My name is Jeff Morgan. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I want to again address the issue of the best interest of the child in the Texas Family Code. The Texas Family Code is 1,525 pages. Throughout the Texas Family Code, it talks about the best interest of the child 105 times. It talks about the child's best interest 35 times, and it even talks about the best interest of the minor another 7 times. So throughout the Texas Family Code, there are at least 147 references to either the best interest of the child's best interest, or the best interest of the minor. The one thing the Texas Family Code does not do is define what the best interest of the child is. The best interest of the child is an opinion. It is always an opinion. It is opinion of one person that says, I think this is in the best interest of the child. And the other thing that happens within the Texas Family Code is that the parents are never the ones who actually know what the best interest of the child is. It is always the court. Now, the court may have absolutely no qualifications. In some cases, it may be the guardian ad litem. In some cases, it may be a parental facilitator. In another case, it may be an attorney. It can even be a social worker. But the only person that does not know what the best interest of the child is a parent, or both parents. Once again, the best interest of the child is an opinion. It is an opinion that varies from person to person. One person may think that the best interest of the child is to do this. The other person may think that the best interest of the child is to do that. If you go judge shopping or court shopping, if you're allowed to do so, you may find a court or a judge who agrees with you to determine what the best interest of the child is. The best interest of the child has no objective meaning. There is nothing objective behind it. And this is the big fallacy of the Texas Family Code. I can very easily put a hole through the whole Texas Family Code by defining what the best interest of the child is, which I will do so right now. The best interest of the child in almost every instance is to be raised in an intact family with his or her natural mother and father, period. That is the standard. Anything less than that would be considered less than the best interest of the children. Now, I know some people will be screaming, but, I have an exception. I have an exception. What about this? What about that? There are some exceptions, but in the vast majority of cases, the best interest of the child is to be raised in an intact family with his or her natural mother and father. Not one or the other, both together. It's really amazing, all of these wonderful things that the Texas Family Code will permit under the guise of the best interest of the child. The court can't change a child's name. The court can appoint a guardian ad litem. The court can appoint an attorney. The court can send your child through a special program if he or she is truant. The court can award custody of a child in a divorce settlement to one parent or another by saying this parent is the better parent. Now, it's amazing how they do this in the name of the best interest of the child, because they have already gone against the best interest of the child. The best interest of the child in almost every instance is to be raised in an intact family with his or her natural mother and father, biological mother and father, who learn how to get along and, we hope, love each other. Period. That's it. Anything less than that is not the best interest of the child. So the courts act as if they are acting in the best interest of the child. We will take the best interest of the child into consideration. Number one, again, nobody knows what the best interest of the child is. It's not defined. Number two, the people who are deciding what the best interest of the child is don't know the children in most instances. They may have met with them for a few hours in their entire lifetime, but they really don't know the children. Number three, the best interest of the child is determined by people with absolutely no training or very minimal training in many instances in child psychology and family therapy. And number four, the best interest of the child would be to tell the two parents, stop divorcing, get back together, fix your marriage, period. So, does the best interest of the child really play that much of a role in divorce hearings? And I would say, no, it doesn't. Because the Texas Family Code first says, well, we are going to act in the best interest of the selfish parent, or of one parent, and not in the best interest of the children. The Texas Family Code is lying to you about the best interest of the children. If they were actually consistent with the best interest of the children, they would be telling people who are trying to get divorced when there is no need to get divorced. We are going to act in the best interest of the children. We are going to deny your divorce. That has not happened once, as far as I'm aware of, in the last 5 years, where a court or a judge has said, I will not grant a divorce. And why is that? It is because the Texas Family Code allows for divorce. In fact, it mandates divorce in certain instances. It mandates divorce if one person wants out of the marriage claiming irreconcilable differences. And that's all it takes. So the best interest of the child would be for the judge to tell that parent who wants a divorce for no reason whatsoever in many instances, or because he or she is just a selfish individual, or wants to find himself or herself, or pursue a relationship with another man, woman, or same-sex lover, whatever the case may be, stop it. Stop it. But the court will never do that. The court actually will uphold the selfish interest of the parent and then talk about the best interest of the child. It is so hypocritical. The Texas Family Code needs to be fixed. And one of the best things we could do is to take this whole best interest of the child doctrine, the guise under which much evil is done in the state of Texas, and trash it. The best interest of the child sounds nice. The best interest of the child, in actuality, goes against the best interest of the child. The best interest of the child is to destroy the child. Nobody believes that, and yet that's actually what the best interest of the child does. The best interest of the child is somehow to destroy that child's family. The best interest of the child may be to deprive him or her from seeing one of his or her parents. The best interest of the child may be to terminate parents' rights because there may be somebody else that the court deems, in its all-wise knowledge, to be a better parent or a better surrogate. The court can also order child support. And of course the child support is done in the best interest of the child. The best interest of the children demands that somebody pays child support. And here is where the smoking gun of the Texas Family Code comes into play. In the Texas Family Code section 201-107, it talks about state and federal funds. And in the clause C, it says the presiding judges and the Title 4D agency, which as I understand would be the Office of the Attorney General, who's responsible for this, shall act, and are authorized to take any action necessary to maximize the amount of federal funds available under Title 4D programs. Title 4D programs are not in the best interest of the child. Title 4D programs necessitate that one parent become a visitor in that child's life. Oh, but that parent will have continuing and ongoing access, so says the Texas Family Code. But we can't have an equal access because that would mean no child support orders. And by the way, the Texas Family Code in section 153.252 also gives a rebuttable presumption, and once again, what is invoked? The best interest of the child. In a suit, there is a rebuttable presumption that the standard possession order in subchapter F, number 1, provides reasonable minimum possession of a child for a parent named as a possessory conservatory or joint managing conservator, and number 2 is in the best interest of the child. This is a blatant lie. The best interest of the child is to have 100% access to both parents, to a mother and a father, not to have 24% access to one parent and 76% access to another parent, or however the percentages actually stack up. If we were to be consistent in the Texas Family Code, the best interest of the child would be to tell the parents, stop your divorce. You are destroying your children. We will not be a party to this. We are really going to act in the best interest of the child, deny your divorce, and make you work things out. The best interest of the child doctrine in the Texas Family Code is horrendous. It is the guise under which much evil takes place, and it is also, by the way, the guise under which many attorneys make a profit. They financially profit off of destroying your family, and they can invoke the Texas Family Code, and our government does nothing about it. We need to fix the Texas Family Code, and one of the first things we need to do is get rid of this idea of the best interest of the child. Somewhere in the Texas Family Code, The best interest of the child needs to be defined. Other than that, it should be stricken for vagueness. We have no idea what the best interest of the child means. It's whatever one person thinks it means. It's whatever one person's opinion is. There is no objective standard by which we can measure the best interest of the child, except if you take the position that in the vast majority of cases, the best interest of the child is to be raised in an intact home with his or her biological mother and father, period. Thank you.